Everyday Superpower, where we talk body language, relationships, game, everything in between. We're going to continue on through our journey assessing the communication and the body language of this video. We had a fascinating end to the last one where hey, you're going to have to watch it to find out. But let's continue onwards, yeah? You know what we spoke about in the last video. Let's keep moving.
Up the lines.
It'd help if I had my headphones on, right? Hello.
Sort of thing.
Okay. I think I'm a middle of the pack.
Remember this?
I mean, you dress nice, you talk nice.
Cool guys, come on. I've been.
Okay, so my guy started crying. Now let's go from here. And it's quite funny, actually, because the other men mock him, right? How the mighty have fallen. The tallest man in the group has ended up being the weakest. Watch this.
Okay. I think I'm a middle of the pack.
His voice elevates. He exposes his insecurity of being the lowest of the rank with the least Rizz, because he's seen many a man come and go beside him that have been elevated up to the top of the line, and now his voice elevates. He pouts his lip because what he's doing is he is regressing into the child that resides within him. This is the hurt child that never got healed. This is a therapist's wet dream right here. Watch.
I mean, you dress nice.
Look at how he slumps forward like a child. His voice elevates like his testosterone hasn't jumped because he hasn't gone through puberty. And watch the pouted lips.
Talk nice.
Cool guys, come on.
Verge of crying. The other people start laughing at him. Look at this guy, check out this guy, raises the thumb, which I wouldn't recommend you do to anyone, right? Because it's incredibly offensive, whether you know it or not, to say, get a load of this guy. Well, not to verbally say it, but to symbolize it with the backwards pointing of the thumb. You know, it's a complete mockery. These men are lions, and they've identified weakness in their competition. Look at this genuine smile on both of them. The orbicularis oculi of the eyes are tightening. The eyelids over here, the teeth are in full effect. The smiles are genuine. This guy here at the end, though, I think he's a little bit blagged. Like he's saying, is this really happening? Look at that look there. We haven't really identified what's going on in his world, but these two here, you know, they know very well what's going on. And this guy in the white shirt is cracking up because he's more than happy to be number 6, right? Clearly, you know, he's not showcasing any sort of insecurity where he is. He knows his worth, you know? In all fairness, these two here at the bottom, the two handsome, not two at the bottom, but the guy in the white and the guy in the polo shirt here, you know, the black fella, they're good-looking men. I'm sure they're aware of that. I'm sure they've been told that they're handsome before. This guy's got a fresh new fade. This guy's got a smart hairline on him. I think they should be aware that they've got no problems. But this guy here at the end is showing his knowledge of his own value here. He whimpers. He devalues himself in front of the group. Now, if he is to move anywhere out of command of the group, it's going to be out of pity. And that's a terrible position to be in, right? We don't want to hurt his feelings. He's obviously crying. So blah-de-blah-de-blah. And what we see here at the end in the pink shirt is the guy is looking over at him, not a smile on his face, but assessing and analysing the situation. We have spoken about well, he's there again. The guy in the olive shirt, who was at the end but has been moved back, he has this perpetual state of making himself look bigger. It's territorial behaviour. He's not the biggest man in the group, but what he does is he makes himself look bigger by arching his elbows out. Now, if you look all the way to the top, we have an over-accentuated variation of the expansion of the arms, to such degree that the elbows are actually sharpened like weapons. This is aggressive. And this has been picked up from the get-go by the rest of the group, who don't want to step on this guy's toes and want to laugh at every joke he has, right? Even if they're not funny whatsoever. He has elevated his arms and extended his arms to the point where the edge of his elbows are sharp tools of attack. I'm giving you some real game here. If you see this behaviour in people, be careful. The knees and the elbows are powerful tools. Let's go.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to brag or anything, but yeah, I should definitely be up there. Come on, guys. Nothing against you.
It continues with the elevation of the voice, and now what he starts doing is apologizing to this guy, literally putting hands on him and pushing him to the point where this guy is scared. Look at the expression on this guy's face, right? Black guy's not laughing anymore. He's like, fucking hell, how far is this going? This isn't a joke no more. Pink guy's bored, right? He's absent. I'm very curious how the women perceive this guy, right? Because look, he doesn't care. He's aside the group. He's not involving generally into the theatrics and the camaraderie of these men, right? And I said at the start, when everybody was laughing at his joke, maybe it'd be in their best interest for at least one of them to not be all smiling and grinning and trying to submit to appease the guy. Maybe they should just firm it, you know what I mean? If they don't deem it funny, just sort of chill out and relax. That's what this guy's doing right now. He's not involving himself in the communication. He's portraying the mystery. You see where I'm coming from? Let's see how the women identify this guy and where he goes from here.
I mean.
But watch. He says, I don't know, blah, 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 blah. Tries to humble brag his way out of it. And then apologizes to the guy in the white, which is weakness. And literally puts his hands on him to say, I do apologize. And scares this guy. Watch.
Brag or anything, but yeah, I should definitely be up there. Come on.
Look, so he's all smiles and laughs. The guy in the white, all smiles and laughs.
Nothing against you. You're a cool bro.
Puts hands on him. The smile rids itself. How deep is that? Watch that again.
I don't mean to brag or anything, but yeah.
Full, open smile. He looks away from him because he's engaging with the group about how funny and comical this is. This is transactional. And when he turns around back to him, watch.
I should definitely be up there. Come on, guys. Nothing against you. You're a cool bro.
You hear the judder in his voice as he touches him. A jolt of electricity flows through him. Compare and contrast that to the other guy who confidently put his arms around two of the men earlier, and they confidently agreed and felt comfort with that, Kino escalation per se.
Yeah, it's fine.
This guy, pitying him, looks down to the floor, doesn't want to make eye contact. I don't want to engage with you. Feel free to come along. You're moaning, you're whinging, feel free to come along. You have officially moaned your way into supposedly having more Rizz than the rest of us, even though we are choosing who has the most Rizz. You have chosen yourself to be ahead of me. Shut the hell up is basically what's being said. Don't respond to me, don't talk to me, I'm not making eye contact with you. Even this guy, looking away. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Do it.
I'll let you all stop me.
Do it.
And the cheeky bastard, he says, I'll let y'all stop me, and he continues walking.
Oh, he goes to the top.
Thank you, bro. That means a lot, bro. Thank you.
And look at that, the hug. This guy's disgusting. This guy's vile. This guy has pitied himself. Do you know when people talk about Mr. Nice Guy? This is Mr. Nice Guy. Mr. Nice Guy isn't nice at all. He portrays to be a nice guy and then takes the piss. And watch what happens. He goes full frontal, engages in a hug with this guy, and you'll see a timeless piece of body language you need to know. He gets tapped out by the other guy. As if you were in a UFC battle and you put someone in submission, they will tap to say, let go. Get off, let go. You will have this with women you hug. You will have this with male family members who feel uncomfortable with a showcase of affection. Watch.
Oh, he goes to the top.
Thank you, bro. That means a lot.
You see the tap there?
Do it.
Oh, he goes to the top.
Clear as day. Clear as day.
That means a lot,
Tap straight out. Don't hold me.
bro. Thank you for that.
Then again, doesn't make eye contact, looks straight ahead. Let's just get this show on the road. Looks at the producer, looks at the camera guy. Come on, let's get moving. I don't want to engage.
How do we feel about this?
I feel good. I feel this.
I feel this is perfect.
All right, let's have a look at this.
Thank you for that.
How do we feel about this?
How do we
These two at the end have got camaraderie. They see what's going on. They know what's going on. I like these two at the end. They're comfortable, confident. This guy took one for the team. His mate said, yeah, you move on, putting his friend at the end because he knew his friend was going to be all right with it. All right? Guy in the olive here is looking over to them to see how they've reacted over the whole situation, right? And if you pay attention, what you can see is that they're all in groups of 2. Unconsciously, they're standing in groups of 2, aside from the guy who's number 1, who doesn't have a partner. This is symbolic. This is symbolic. Do you not think, can you not see that they're standing engaged in groups of 2, aside from the guy who's at the front, who's pacifying himself, who is uncomfortable in his skin, in his clothes, and he is trying to sort himself out. Have you ever seen a fat guy who's uncomfortable about his stomach and he starts messing around with his t-shirt 24 hours a day because he feels it doesn't fit him well? Look.
I feel good.
Look. You see that? I feel good.
I feel this is perfect.
I was just happy to be here.
I was just happy to be here. You know what that means. Everybody laughs because they know how he's feeling. I was number 1, now I'm number 2 for a sympathy vote, a gold medal for participation.
That goes, I'm number 1. I'm just happy to be here.
Let's go! All right, we got the women coming up next. I'll see you on that video. It's going to get good now. Now we're getting into the game. See you there.